Okay, a very common concern that a lot of women reach out about is under eye darkness. And you're gonna see, especially when I turn my head sideways, I do have a little bit of like a bluish purple. And it's not too crazy because I'm still tan from vacation. You can also see I have a ton of sunspots and like freckles and like a little bit of unevenness from peeling that's sort of poking out. So this makeup is perfect for that. So here is what I recommend. I recommend taking a sponge and getting it wet. So you want to fill it up with water and rinse it out, fill it up with water, rinse it out. Do that a bunch of times so it's really bouncy, okay? Because normally it looks like this. So you do want to make sure that it gets really bouncy, doubles in size. Don't forget to blot it in a towel. Then you're going to take the setting spray. Before you start, you want to prime your skin. Our setting spray actually works as a primer and it makes the makeup last even longer. So just shake it up a little bit, spray your damp sponge, okay? Just kind of spray it all over just like that. And then you are going to come in and you're going to go and really make sure that you are going underneath your eye because this is going to make sure that when you put the makeup on that it sets really well. And because I will eventually do the rest of my face, while this is wet, I'm just going to go ahead and prime the rest of my face. So not all setting spray works as a primer. So this is like a bonus. This is like a 2-in-1, okay? So I'm just going to come back through one more time and just make sure all around my under eye is all set and ready to go. Okay, so one way that you can go underneath your eye is by using Frenchie, and this is very common. Frenchie is actually a blush, which is a little wild, and the first time I heard about this, I thought, there's no way that I am going to use a blush underneath my eye. So I'm just going to come through, I'm going to use my ring finger here, because underneath your eye is extremely sensitive. So I'm going to come through and I'm just going to tap like that underneath my eye. And I'm actually going to tap on top of my eye as well, because as you get older, the top of your eyelid becomes actually a little bit more translucent. And you're going to see that as you get older, and everybody's a little different, it kind of turns like a little bit on like the red side. Okay. So this is using Frenchie. And if you have really dark circles, it is definitely more of like a bluish purplish color. You're going to want to go ahead and use this. Now, when I am tan in the summer or when I come back from vacation, I can actually use Mango to do the exact same thing. So it really just depends on your coloring. So again, I'm going to come through. I'm just going to use my ring finger, and you can use a brush as well. But I like to go ahead and show that you can just use your finger if you would like. So I've got two different things going on. And in the winter, I prefer to use Frenchie, and in the summer, I prefer to use Mango. So it's really just personal preference. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the 3D brush. This brush is great. It's made for this makeup, so it's just gonna glide right on. This 3D brush is actually really awesome because it has an angled edge to it. So when you're coming in underneath your eye, just like this, it's just perfect. You can kind of come right in like this, like right in the corner. And I kind of go between like a stippling motion and a little bit of a sweeping motion. Nothing too crazy. And you can see it already makes a huge difference. So I'm not even gonna wipe this off. There's no need. And I'm just gonna come through and I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. And you're gonna see with my tan, with my skin color, that this just blends in and kind of does the same thing. How cool is that? Now, when I put my makeup over the top, you're not going to be able to see that at all. So what I'm going to do before I continue and do the rest of my routine is I'm going to come through and I'm just going to set this with the sponge, and that's it. Now, how wild is that, that you can put blush on or a color that may not even be your coloring? And for this Mango, it's actually like an orange color, which is a little wild. But when I am tan, that works. This also will work for my sunspots. So I'm just gonna come through and I'm gonna show you. And again, I can just use my finger, or you can come through and you can use like a smudge brush, or you can just use that 3D brush. So you can use this for like spot treatments. After your makeup is all done, I'm just showing you here since I have you, you can come through and use that like a spot treatment. So if you're trying to cover any blemishes, sunspots, melasma. There is a secret for all of it. But for today, I wanted to come on and just show you how we covered underneath your eye by using these 2 different colors. And again, you can use those 2 different colors for a lot of different reasons as well. So reach out if you have any questions and let me know how it works for you.